Every week, man. Every week.
What?
The intro of the podcast is us laughing. That's
Yeah,
the
but
intro.
what am I supposed to do? I'm being serious. I'm waiting for you to call open, and you just start laughing every time.
Hey, I'm actually shocked you rocking that Ace hat.
Just for
Or is
open.
it just for fashion now?
It will be at some point. It will
That
be at some
stadium is
point.
fire, though. If that stadium is if that's really what they building, that stadium is fire. I gotta say it.
It is, but fuck that stadium.
Welcome to another episode 4 of Select Star Radio. I am one of your hosts of Sacramento, California, DLB. My guy from East Oakland, the one and only Mr. Hoodnerd.
Yo.
So before we get into anything, I see you went back.
Yeah.
You went back. Yeah. You went back to the headquarters. You went back to Sony, back to PlayStation.
I did.
Did you wear now? If you guys didn't get to see his stories, let me paint the picture. First off, did you wear that Xbox sweater on purpose? Was there subliminals with the Xbox shirt, or was you just saw him never wearing the Xbox shirt?
I'm petty.
Petty LaBelle.
Yeah. Petty Pendergrass.
Yeah, when I seen that, I was cracking up. I said, "This guy."
I'm a petty melt, and you see, I rocked it. I had to. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna.
I didn't even know you had an Xbox sweater.
Yeah, it's fire.
Did you? You got that the day before you went back. You was like Amazon Prime.
That's the 25 anniversary sweater.
Yeah, that was a whole one.
Yeah, so no, I've had that. No, I mean, motherfuckers rock Nintendo gear. Why they tripping off Xbox? I don't work there anyway. That's not a competitor. So what we worried about?
So how?
I'm just here to get my shit.
Take us through it though. What did that feel like driving into that parking lot? I mean, you put some time in there. So what was that experience like going there on different bases? Yeah. So they let you keep it?
I don't know if they let me. I don't know if they let me, but I just left. You heard? I ain't going back. I ain't going to look. Motherfucker that's stupid to use it. This is money.
Right, I mean, because they gonna deactivate.
Oh, that motherfucker, I'm dead. I get sniped if I try to pew. You know what I'm saying? They had some. No, bro. It's just a collect. It's a token of my what you call. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So yeah, nah. But no, it was whatever. It was good to see the people that I care about. So I got to see a lot of the facilities people and cafeteria people and chefs and stuff and so on, cashiers and all that stuff. And then there was a couple coworkers there. Former manager was there. So people were there. I got to say some goodbyes and give my stuff. I stayed way longer than I expected, but it was cool. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't shit. Like I told you, I'm petty, so I wasn't tripping. I just wanted to say goodbye to the people I wanted to see, and I got to see most of them. You know what I'm saying? Especially like, cooks and stuff like that. So yeah, everybody else knows me.
Most of your coworkers is still working remotely, right?
Or a lot of them, a lot of my like partners, they don't. You know what I'm saying? They already been gone, so it's not like I'm like, oh, leaving people on. And yeah, people work remote anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to see as many people as I saw when I was there. I thought I was going to be in and out, but it ended up being a little longer. Conversations, talking, catching up, shit like that.
Yeah. Did you take anything with you other than your belongings?
No comment.
Good answer.
Man, I'll never tell. I'll never tell. I'll never tell. I can't. No, I did not.
So what is that experience like with Sony? Like you get to go in, get your stuff from your desk.
I mean, really, I wasn't.
Somebody then walk you out, or
no? I just went out the back door with my. No, I mean, I really just got a guest pass. I was supposed to have access until I don't know. I was supposed to have access, but something happened, and obviously somebody must have did something, and it fucked it up for everybody else. Because by the time I went, they were like, "No, you need somebody." So I just had one of my friends come in. He was coming in that day anyway, and just let me in. and I just got a guest pass, and it was so funny. The security people were like, like I was like, hey, and I stopped at the front desk, and they were like, which like, why are you not coming? I'm like, can't, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh no, not you too. And I was like, got me, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh no, and the lady she gave me a hug. So it was like, yeah, bro, like, can't, you gotta sign me up, gotta fill out the form. And that was it. Fill out the form.
I'm actually kind of shocked that they just allowed you guys to
Well, they didn't allow
walk
us.
in.
They didn't allow us. Yeah, it was rare. That's a very rare thing. Usually, when those things happen, you are not allowed back on campus. You are out of
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. I'm shocked that they allowed y'all to go back
But I
in.
mean, we still had email access for a while too. So, you know, a lot of it was different because usually they shut your email down first. I still had email access, so I could have literally like sent out crazy emails. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, somebody probably did, and it fucked it up for everybody else, or something happened because literally in the original email it was like, you have until this date to come get your stuff, and then a week later they were like, yeah, actually no.
Yeah, because normally
Something
they just
happened.
pack your
Yeah.
stuff up for you.
No, they not packing.
It's
They not.
sitting there at
They
the.
not packing this time. They not packing. They throwing away. No packing.
Oh wow,
Yeah, you got until a
wow.
certain date, and if you don't come before that date,
Well, that's what I mean. Like they're
yeah.
giving you guys time. Normally, though, they pack your stuff and you can't come into the building. That's why
No,
I'm
they
like,
ship,
I'm
but they
still
usually,
shocked.
but they usually ship it to you, right? They usually pack it up and just ship it to you. Like if you get fired or like laid off or whatever, they usually like pack all your stuff up and like they ship it to you. They just, they send it, shipping it to
Yeah,
them.
either
Is nothing.
way, they don't
Yeah, they
normally
have
let
your
you back in the
information.
building. However
Yeah,
they do it, they
exactly,
normally don't let you
exactly.
back in the building. Is pretty much what I'm trying to get
Not
to.
with your own badge, right? Not with your own badge, and that was what was happening. We were supposed to have
Places
access.
that I worked before, they don't let you back. They got a security guard. If they do, there's a security guard with you, and you got
Oh,
like
well, I didn't
a
come
short
alone
amount of
though.
time. And
So
then
I didn't come alone. I was somebody's guest that works there. So it's just like me being a guest. That's why it wasn't like I was like coming there to try to get in. Yeah, probably if I had to come there and come try to get in, security would have escorted me, whatever. But like, I was the guest of someone who works there. So when you're the guest, you're just a guest. So I think that's what it was too. I don't care.
So, it's been what? It's going on week 2 now. Any updates on anything? Anything you want to talk about? You just chilling? You cool?
Cool. Chilling. There's nothing to talk about. Like, they laid me off. So, I'm chilling, trying to get my mentals right before I try to hit this workforce, try to hit this, you got to hit this a certain game you got to play. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm kind of just chilling. You know what it is when you get to that work mode. It's a presentation. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of which, what have you been playing, or have you been playing anything?
I put a little more time into Helldivers. I mean, I was so low on my level just because of everything that was happening. I really didn't get to catch up on everybody so far ahead. So I put a few hours into that. Have I played anything else? I can't think of anything else I've been playing. I can't.
So I have. So I just got these.
Oh,
these bad boys.
You've been waiting. You've been wanting and waiting and wanting.
So we gonna see. I'll mess around with them for a little bit, and then
Nice.
we'll see. We'll see what they do. This is a big ass case. This case is hella big for these headphones. Like hella big. Like double double the AirPods. They're hecka big. I will say that I am not a fan of the design in these things. I don't know why they built them the way they did, because they're very top heavy. So because they're top heavy, they can come out pretty easily. So that's kind of what it looks like. But
Do you get a good sit?
I don't know. It's a weird design. I do.
Good.
I do. I wish they would have had like a size bigger than the large, but this case is big as hell. I don't know how that translates on camera, but this bad boy is big.
Well, you never seen the WM cases. I mean, that's pretty much the par for the case for Sony. They just shrunk that case recently, so like big cases for those headphones. Like I mean, look at Beats. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them big. Like Apple was the only one that had a small, and that's not even that small. But it's definitely smaller than that shit. But I mean, you're not about to put that in your pocket and travel nowhere.
No, they'll definitely
That's
be
in the
going in
house.
my.
Yeah, that's in the house.
So I haven't tried them. Speaking of in the house, I actually haven't tried them connected to, the
Oh,
PlayStation 5
I
yet
was gonna ask. Oh, so I was gonna say you only played them on the portal.
on the portal. hmm Since that's since it was built with that in mind, since this is one of two headphones that you can use wirelessly on the portal. But for $199, they're very interesting. But like I said, I'm gonna give them a little bit more time before I fully speak on them. But so with that being said, I've been testing those. I've been playing. You and I play some Helldivers. You, I, and
Yeah, we
Jordan.
did.
Shout out to Jordan. Um, excuse me. I played some Sifu. That game actually
Excuse
is
me.
pretty fun. Sifu.
That's you.
Sifu?
Thank you.
Seafood. Okay. I've been playing some seafood.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Ashifu. Ashifu. It's seafood. Seafood.
Seafood. I see you, fool.
Food. Yeah, seafood.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
seafood. So how you like it? Because it's your first time playing it, right?
Yeah. And I'm still really early because I've been going through Spider-Man as well. So I've been playing a mixture of both. Everything's been on the portal.
Really?
Last time I was on my PlayStation.
Well,
Was
you
when,
know, it's crazy. I saw that because it said mobile. On Discord, it says mobile phone. So like when you were on PlayStation, it said,
Really?
yeah. So when you're on a portal, because like I don't think it says that. I'm not sure. Because no, my homie's playing right now. I'm
I
looking
haven't
at him
been on my phone.
playing on the portal.
So
No, that's what I'm saying. But it
no.
treats
I'm
it.
saying so if it says mobile phone, then
It's
it was a
treating it
portal
like a
because I haven't been
portal.
on my
That's
phone.
what I'm saying. Because I'm looking at my homie play.
That's interesting.
Unless he's playing
That's
Helldivers on
interesting.
PC. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I see somebody else on a PlayStation game. Now I want to test that out because it definitely said.
Yeah, hold on. Let me grab it real quick.
It definitely said you were playing mobile on Spider-Man for like an hour or something, which is fire. I didn't know it did that. It treats it like a mobile phone. Oh shit! You see the paste that's on AD so confused as to what.
All right, I am turning this bad boy on right. Excuse me, turning it on right now. And it's connecting. Just turned on my PlayStation 5. And if you guys want to see some videos that I've been putting up, you guys can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DLB, or you can hit me up on the band TikTok. I'm on there. And I guess I'll start posting them. Oh, you guys can check out our fan page on Facebook, facebook.com/Select Start Radio. It's taking a minute. Normally, it don't take that long to connect to my PlayStation. Right when I said that. Okay, so I'm officially on it right now. So, what does it say that I am?
Mobile, Spider-Man 2.
Okay, it just says mobile. So it doesn't say mobile phone. It just says mobile.
It just shows a mobile device.
Oh,
It shows
okay.
like a mobile device icon. Now I don't know if it changes. Like if you play on PlayStation, that just considered PlayStation period as a mobile device. Maybe that's how it gets away with it having.
Not actually. Let me grab my PlayStation controller.
Yeah, turn off the portal and see what happens. Or maybe that's just what it considers PlayStation, a mobile device on Discord.
Live live on the podcast. We're going in. All right, so I'm getting ready to hit my PlayStation button right now to switch over, because as soon as I hit the controller and I sign in, excuse me, on the controller, what is this saying? Oh, I gotta update this controller. I gotta update all my controllers actually. I got way too many controllers. But that's because I used to have somebody who used to work at PlayStation that used to hook it up.
Back in the day.
Now that won't ever be a thing again.
No.
Excuse me. Sorry for the coughing, people. Bear with me. All right, so now I'm officially on the PlayStation and has logged me out on the portal. So what does it say now?
Are you still on Spider-Man 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just says mobile. So I'm assuming it just says mobile.
Even now?
Yeah, it still says mobile.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, that was a nice little field test real quick. So yeah, but so I've been playing those two games. Spider-Man: The New Game Plus came out, so I've been running through Spider-Man again. Running through Spider-Man a second time, I don't know. It's Spider-Man 2 is a good game. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna chalk it up to that I'm Spider-Man fatigued. I'm just gonna chalk it up to that.
But you guys love Spider-Man so much.
Oh yeah, no, I was Spider-Man fatigued.
No, it's
after
just not
Miles
as good.
Morales.
It's not as good as the first one, and it's good. It's just not as good. It's not as good as the first game.
I agree.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of moments in this game that I'm like, oh, this moment is coming up. Whereas in the first one, I maybe had like one moment like that, and I think that was the one time you play as MJ. I actually prefer the MJ scenes in this one over the first one. However, I'm just not a big fan of playing as MJ as a character. But nonetheless, though, hopefully that's not a spoiler to people. My bad if you guys didn't know that. If you haven't played Spider-Man yet,
you might want to we don't have an editor, but editor, go ahead and just dolphin cackle or bleep that right there. Just put something that didn't happen. There you go.
Actually,
yeah, talking to the editor. So, editor, please just go ahead and void that out. Save you some time.
So, but yeah. So, anyways, yeah. That's literally all I've been playing this week is those three games. Somebody, if anybody out there plays Fortnite, I've been trying to figure out how to play the Fortnite. There's two new Fortnite Lego modes, and when I went to Fortnite's Twitter account, there's like the little code that you have to put in order to get to these new modes. However, the code wasn't working. So if anybody knows any information, holla at me, send the details my way. I know Fortnite was down for like almost a day, if not a whole day. And I don't know if that caused the issue and it's not back up yet. But anybody who has any issues, I was trying to figure, me and Jordan were trying to figure it out and we could not figure it out. So if you guys know, please holla at your boy. Let me know what's going on with the good old forts of the night. So let's see. Let's get into this week's news. We really this week was really a short week, or not a short.
It's not much. It's dry.
Wasn't much news.
It's dry. It's just dry.
It was very dry.
Yeah,
like the desert dry. Like your mama.
Yeah, I knew you.
For those that think I'm too serious, I'll show you. I'll show you the other side of me. No, shout out to people who critique us. We appreciate it. Throw it our way. Somebody had hit up Tay and told him that I was hella serious, but I was hella sick.
Shout out to Michelle.
Huh?
I was gonna say shout out to Michelle.
Oh,
Yeah,
I miss Michelle. Yeah, it was the
former coworkers.
It was the vid. It was the vid. It was the vid. I swear it was the vid.
Yeah, he was sick.
And then shout out to shit is real. Shit is getting real.
Yeah, they had it
shit
for you.
Is real.
It was real for you for sure.
Excuse me. So, you and I have been talking about this for a minute. Sony.
Well, let me sit up.
Sony is the only store that exists out of Nintendo and Microsoft and Sony themselves, even Steam, where you can't find games digitally for their store. Like, the only way to buy a game from the PlayStation Store is through the PlayStation itself, whereas everybody else, you can buy digital codes for games on Amazon, on just a lot of third-party websites. And so Europe, I finally looked into the story because I had only read the headline before. So a group in Europe is suing Sony for monopolization of the store. The fact that you can only buy the games from the store, which makes their store uncompetitive with their game pricing. So it says Sony begins. So I saw an article today that says Sony begins to sell digital PS5 codes once again, but it's only for PSVR 2 titles. So not for all the games that exist in the store. So and this is only this isn't even here in the States. This is, it says it in only, this is in Brazil right now. So this isn't even in the States yet. So I checked on the article or on the lawsuit. Currently they're pretty much at a standstill right now, but it's still active. It's still going on. So shout out to that group in Europe that is suing Sony. I salute you guys because I've been complaining about this for a long time with Sony. So yeah, for the 5 of us that have a PSVR 2, and none of you guys in Brazil who own one, it doesn't matter out there. So, but good to see that. Hopefully that's a step in the right direction. But staying on the PlayStation Store, every month Sony does a list of the top selling games in the store. And I'm always curious what those games are. And funny enough, I'm just going to do the top 5 in the US, Canada, and Europe. So the top selling game. Hey, did you look at the list yet?
I have not. Surprised me.
What do you think was the top selling list? The top selling game digitally last month
for February, for Black History Month.
For Black History Month.
Damn, the top selling game for last month out of all platforms.
Just PlayStation digital store.
Oh, well, Helldivers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say Helldivers. Like,
yeah,
probably on all platforms.
Except for
probably,
Xbox, yeah, and Nintendo.
So well on Xbox and Nintendo too.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, no, it's the lick right now for sure.
That's funny. And the reason why that's funny for the people that don't know is that game is not available on Xbox or Nintendo.
It's selling good everywhere. It don't matter.
So yeah, it was a top selling game in the US, Canada, and Europe. Number 2 for all regions is Final Fantasy Rebirth. Now number 3. At number 3, I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know you would never guess what number 3 is, but it's actually a game that I've hit in a PlayStation Store, not a game.
No, then I don't know.
And I've shitted on this game, not a lot, just a little bit, and that's Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was the 3rd top selling game in the U.S. and Canada. Well,
so it came out in February, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
But between the reviews and the way that game launched, I wouldn't expect it to be number 3.
It's still a comic book game from Rocksteady. So Rocksteady alone probably gonna have some people buy it.
I just think it shows how dumb us Americans are, because it's number 3 in our store, but in Europe, number 3 is EA Sports FC 24. Then number 4 for us is Madden NFL 24. Number 4 in the EU is Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered. And then number 5 for us is NBA 2K 24. And number 5 for EU was Grand Theft Auto 5, which that game just doesn't stop. And I'm not going to go through the rest of the list, but I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suicide Squad isn't until 8th on the European list. So shout out to my people in Europe that know how to buy games. I don't know what the hell these Americans are thinking buying Suicide Squad.
Don't knock nobody. They rocking with it.
Hey, they are rocking with it. Shout out to,
or they just can't return it
to them. I better start reading before y'all buy these games.
Or they just can't return it, but whatever. You stuck. That entitlement is
next up is your game. Your game had our game actually, but mainly yours. Had a nice little update. Gran Turismo 7 1.43 update featured 3 new events, new cars, and a new cafe menu. So I need to load that up so I could go in there and actually check that out. If you guys haven't played Gran Turismo, if you're into sim racing, if you're into racing and you've never played a Gran Turismo game, I recommend you try it out. If you're into sim racing and you're on a PlayStation, why have you not tried it out? If you're into arcade racing, don't touch it. You will hate it. Unless you're looking to get into sim racing. And then last but not least, that's how short this week is on news. Really has nothing to do with gaming, but has everything to do with gaming as well. And that is the fact that TikTok is now asking users. Well, they still are. They were, but it's too late now if you haven't already. But TikTok was asking their users to contact their senators to prevent the U.S. from banning it. And currently, TikTok is not banned. However, the Senate has voted to ban it
if they don't sell.
If TikTok does not sell to another company. I think this is very interesting. I'm curious if it's actually gonna go through, just from a multitude of reasons. Because while there are some things that I feel our government should get involved in, there are some things that I feel that they shouldn't. And if we're banning TikTok, then what is stopping them from banning Instagram and any other forms of social media?
Well, those are made in America.
So we're biased now.
I mean, I ain't said nothing.
No, I'm not saying
who
that
tracks
you are,
the
but
who
I'm
tracks.
saying,
I mean, all of them track the data.
That's why.
Now I do.
I really think there's more to the story.
Well, if anything, it's the government. It's the government. It's the government thinking that they're collecting China's collecting our data, right? So that's the whole thing. They're using this huge social media platform that's owned by a Chinese company to collect our data because everything's owned by the Chinese government, right? So they know that China's government has a hand in that. So they're like, oh, okay, well, boom, we don't want this. But but the data, you don't control the data from Facebook or any of these other ones, right? That's why you're so mad at them but it's because they're American. And so it's weird. So I think the things that they're mad about, they're not they're not being truthful about, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. It's a weird situation, but like, yeah, it might get
I
banned.
definitely don't think they're being honest about why they really want that app to be banned. Because I'm
When are they
like,
ever
if we're
honest?
if we're talking about the content that our kids are seeing, I'm like, bro, y'all think it's any better on IG or Facebook or any
X,
YouTube
X,
anywhere? Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, yeah.
Come on, bro. Twitter's crazy. X is
Twitter
crazy.
is becoming the wild wild west.
X is crazy. I want to see what happened when I see Don Lemon and Elon got into it. So I want
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
what's up
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
that.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
I want to see what's up with that. So I don't know.
But yeah, I am. I'm really curious to see what's going to come from this. A lot of the TikTok community uh, feels that it's because of the uprise in money that a lot of entrepreneurs that has built, because that TikTok
It has.
store, I will say, has blown up. I know so many people that buy stuff from that TikTok store, especially some coworkers of mine. And some of the stuff that they be buying is stuff that I seen and was interested in, and I was like, and I actually got to play with their stuff, and it's like, okay, this is legit. I haven't bought anything from there yet, but
TikTok store?
I have,
Oh, it's a
yeah,
store.
yeah,
You can buy stuff off TikTok.
yeah.
Ah,
And they, I forgot what the statistic is, but it was something along the line of TikTok had the store, the people who actually sell on the store, they've created more than, I want to say, like 100,000 millionaires within like 30 days or whatever because of the TikTok shop or whatever. I just know the entrepreneurial and the money being made on the TikTok shop is like crazy right now. And I was listening to this lady's video on TikTok who was talking about that she believes that, if more and more people are becoming their own owners, then, they have less worker bees, which, I mean, that's one's opinion. I feel that I can say that I feel like right now in this generation there's more entrepreneurship going on than I've probably ever seen in my life. Like, there's so many people trying to like own their own, whether it's podcasting, YouTube, whatever the case may be. I do know a lot of people that are either trying to find a second stream of income or a main income from. So I could rock with that. Like, even what's that? What's the food delivery service?
Jordan.
Instacart.
Oh.
Like, yeah, Instacart, DoorDash. Like, I don't know how it is out there, but out here you cannot apply for any of that no more. Like, it is like there's a waiting list for it.
Yeah. A lot of them are like that now.
So, and I'm like, God dang.
Yeah.
So even stuff like that, like and I don't know how many people are working it to the point to where it's their full time job, but I can see somebody being like, yo, I'd rather do this full time than to go work a 9 to 5. Like, you could create your own hours and depending on your situation. So yeah, like I never thought there'd be a day to where you couldn't apply for Instacart
They
or
overcook. They
DoorDash.
overcook. Too many. Too many. Too many.
So
Amazon
that's
Flex too.
wild. Oh, Flex is on there too.
You can't sign up for
That's
Flex, or you couldn't. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, come back later.
yeah, cause the jug was that my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Courtney. The jug that she had put me on when I was trying to help my nephew sign up for it was she was saying to sign up with a Bay Area number because I guess at the time the Bay Area was still accepting applicants. And if you signed up with a Bay Area number, you got paid Bay Area minimum wage instead of
Instead of
Sacramento.
Sacramento. Smart.
So that was the hustle. And she was like, "But you could do it wherever you're at. It doesn't matter
it's
where
just
you're at."
like you just I'm from That's smart.
So that was her jig, and that's how she was getting paid a lot. But she's one of my cousins that she's like she hustles like that. She always knows like a way around
Mm-hmm.
the system. She's one of them people. Shout out to her. I love her. She's awesome. But yeah, man, it's. But I mean, I get it. I mean, I pray. This first and foremost is a hobby. But we made enough money from this to where
Oh
I
yeah, I
ain't
mean
got to
it's
go
the
to
whole
work,
that's the whole thing. That's
man.
the whole point. It's like I've always said, it's a hobby until it's a profession, right? So like until you get paid, it's a hobby. And if you want it to become a profession, you have to treat it like one, but it's still a hobby. You're a hobbyist. You're trying to become a professional.
Absolutely.
And you
Excuse
can
me.
always grow, but you are don't matter how cool our mics are, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're still a hobbyist. We're just cool hobbyists,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Having a
until
great time.
exactly. Until we start getting cash or ad revenue or, guests from people, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's when you like, oh, I'm a professional. You know what I'm saying? So until then, this shit is a little thing we doing. We having fun doing it. That's it.
That's why we love and we appreciate you guys' support.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
for
for
sure.
liking and
Let that shit run in the
commenting
background.
and all that
I don't
stuff.
care.
So
Like that. Let that shit run in the background. Let it just run over and over on mute. I don't give a fuck. Run the numbers, bro. Run the
But yeah,
numbers.
like I say every week, if you guys can, whatever podcast service you guys are listening or watching on, do all the things. Like it, subscribe to it, rate it, review it, whatever. I
And if you
appreciate
don't,
you.
that's okay too.
But yeah, that's okay
That's
too. I
okay.
mean,
Don't. I don't
I'm
know.
just, but for anybody who's like, man, I wish I could help out. We don't need your money. We don't
Mm-mm.
need just
I actually.
hit.
Well.
I mean, not yet.
Well. Okay.
For right now, just repost it.
Patreon at
Like it,
patreon.com.
throw it on your stories. Like, just
Yeah.
support it,
Yeah, I
and it
mean,
will
liking
organically
liking on
grow.
the socials. I mean, people have been liking our posts. I've definitely seen an uptick in my posts, get my post likes and a few more followers here and there. So shit like that helps, and so I'm trying to still post content to grab more people, see if that can grab a couple more
Hmm.
eyes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you don't have to do much, but just a couple taps on the screen, even if you don't give two fucks.
Stuff that you're doing
Anyway,
anyway.
that cooking,
Like
that cooking video you just help that lady out. Why don't you help me?
double tap,
Double tap.
and then there's you guys that I know. There's people who unknowingly love you but hate at the same time.
I love both. I actually like
It's
hate
like
more than I like love, personally.
it's like
I
they see
thrive in
you
it.
slowly climbing,
Love
and they
it.
just like they just go past, don't double tap, and I'm like, dude, I know you.
That's
All right,
cool. It's all good. It's straight. It don't hurt
all
nothing
right.
because it don't.
But shout out to y'all that like the new logo.
Yeah, for real.
I know I know you love the attention to detail with the grill.
Yeah, he gave me two solids. I had two serious ones. I had two solid, two like bling. Like, I got open face, bro. It's not just he gave me the unk solids. I got the like, what's up, girl? Ching. Like you know what I'm saying? The two gold solids. It looked clean though.
Yo,
I love it.
that's solidified your Oaklandness.
I should have had a whole grill. And you didn't see the one at the bottom. He didn't catch the bottom because it's an offset. It's a little offset. You know what I'm saying?
Offset.
Yeah, it's a little offset. That was the whole point. I got the one here and then go like here. So it's a little on the fangs, on them canines, because I got like very pronounced canines. So I thought that'd be cool. I'm gonna eventually do some more or another one. I mean, I think I got one more in me.
Another one.
Yeah, I got one more in me before I'm all said and done. Then I don't need no more. I did it. 6-year-old me did it. Yes.
Last thing I'm gonna touch on before we get out of here is I think your boy Shannon Sharpe is turning into Wendy Williams. And I don't know if I like that or not.
I think that's cap.
You don't think if he keeps having
Why can't he though?
episodes like this?
Why can't he? That's hate. Let him rock. He's Listen, it's not his fault that the shit's popping. I would listen, bro. If we got a guest on there and it started smacking, and that's what it is. Because he had hella guests prior to that, and wasn't nobody tripping. But all of a sudden, after the Cat Williams one, it's like, oh man,
well, because now it's turning into like
he making money off of it.
It's like I don't want it to turn into Jerry Springer.
It's not that though, but these are real people though going up there. So it's not like Jerry Springer people or like Steve, Steve Wilco, Steve Dicko. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that show. Yeah, like those shows had like not I guess real people, but like, you know, they knew some of them people was going up there faking and shit. Like he's just talking to celebrities who get a little messy with him. That's not his fault. Other interviewers aren't even getting the same kind of like report that he's getting. And it's not like he's asking for it. They're giving it to him. It's not like he like, come on, y'all. Now tell Uncle Shay, what's going on? Okay. Tell me, tell Uncle Shay Shay, you know what I'm saying? He not even doing none of that, bro. He really just like, hey, this is my guest. And they just like, well, let me tell you about Cat Williams. And it's like, oh shit. Like, oh.
And then when he gets on Nightcap and he's like, oh, everybody hating.
But everybody think that everybody hating, bro. Because everybody, because they are. But we forget that.
I'm like, you've been in the NFL, you've been an analyst,
but it's different.
But it's different. Like this is brand new.
But it's different because it is new. He's doing a new medium. So like when you play sports, it's different than being on the other side. That's why a lot of the athletes that are doing media now are having a tough time with it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's different when you media. You get talked to differently. When you're a player, you kind of like king of the castle. But when you media, it's kind of like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening to him. So he's having to deal with that because he's now dealing with like people that never watched him play football. You know what I'm saying? Now he's bigger than football now. He's a personality that's beyond football because one, we only knew him because he used to be stern, fat tongue, Shannon Sharpe on CBS. You know what I'm saying? Now, not saying I had to part the crazy part and be up there looking serious as hell with that fat ass tongue. You know what I'm saying? Talking crazy. Now, people don't remember Shannon Sharpe used to talk like this all the time. That's how Shannon Sharpe used to talk. That's my Shannon Sharpe from the 90s. That's the Shannon Sharpe I remember. So he cleaned all that up. He got stupid clean. Now he's stupid crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for Shannon, bro. I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. They keep coming to him talking gossip.
Well, I love it.
I think people salty.
I just don't want him to turn.
But people are hating. Steven Jackson, all them people was hating. That's hate, and they don't realize. But it's like you can find what somebody's doing, but it's not like he's choosing for this to happen. You would love for it to happen to you. It just hasn't happened for you. You know what I'm saying? They felt comfortable enough. Like Cat Williams chose him to have that interview. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
I'm not
the Cat Williams interview. I really here's
and then also we have to blame the other comedians for wanting to go up there now and talk that shit. And also,
I feel like the Cat Williams interview. Honestly, I feel like that was organic. And I feel like everything post that is people trying to eat off of that.
But we don't.
They're like, damn,
we don't know
look the numbers Cat did.
Well, we don't know.
Let me go up there
sure.
and try and see.
But then that's not on. But that's not Shannon's fault though. That's them being thirsty.
Well, it's not. Shannon's
so that's the
fault,
comedians being thirsty because now think about
it. But at the same time, it's like, Shannon, I need you to see that and be like, okay, this isn't what this platform is going to be.
Why? Yeah,
this is not what I attended this platform.
He's making
for.
hella.
This ain't the.
But what was?
Shannon Sharpe Unlock.
It's called Nightcap. It's called Nightcap. It's supposed to have conversations with people. So I mean, why not? Or it's called Club Shay Shay. Excuse me. Nightcap is their show.
The one with Monique, I'm just like.
But that's who she is, though. You can't be mad at him for having people up there that want to get that shit off their chest. Because you should be mad at Cat Williams too. Or Ricky Smiley, who was talking shit.
But like I said, I feel like Cat Williams was organic. I feel like if I promise you, this is just my heart. I feel like if Cat Williams' interview didn't do the numbers that it did, half those people probably don't even respond.
Sure, but that doesn't mean.
And the other few probably don't even come on the show.
Should he not reap the benefits of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we should I not take the interviews from people that probably wouldn't have came on my show, but they're big celebrities that can get me numbers? Hell yeah, come on my show.
I definitely probably wouldn't have Monique on my show.
She tripping. I would.
Cause she's been whining about that
Man, that ain't
same
got nothing to do
shit
with
for
nothing. I don't care. That ain't got shit to
how
do with.
long.
Cause that ain't
I'm
got
like,
shit to do with
bro.
nothing.
And then you came out with your Netflix special that you had talked
Cool.
about, and the shit was like worse than garbage. It was just that's probably one of the most horrible specials ever released by a comedian who has actual stature. Like for Monique to, because Monique is funny. I don't know what that was that she put out on Netflix. But yeah, I just and I actually like
Or maybe
Monique.
her
Like
right,
I love the
or
Park
maybe her
cousin.
writers were funny, and maybe that's Monique without her writers. Who knows? We don't know. Like, so we don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Very true.
So we don't
Very
know.
true. That's a valid point though.
I just don't think it's Shannon's fault. If we had an opportunity and we had a guest on here that was controversial, well, not even controversial, but it caused
the narrative.
but it caused
He's in charge of controlling the narrative on his show.
Yeah, and the narrative is allowing people to talk freely. That's the narrative of Shay Shay, having open conversations with people. He's letting them talk about whatever they want to talk about over drinks. Literally, that's the name of the show. So it's not he's not interviewing them. He's letting them have it. That's why it's starting to pop like that, because he just let them get a little salty.
But I feel like that's bullshit. You got interviewing cards in your like.
Yeah, you might have questions though. But you might have questions though.
I feel like that's kind of a curve to try and.
But why can't you have fun? Why can't you have facts about a person? Why can't you have facts about a person? Sure.
That is the definition of what an interview is.
Sure, fine. Whatever. It's an interview. It doesn't matter. Why is he wrong for having these people on the show? Who should he be interviewing?
I'm just saying, you just keeping the pot stirring, and that's just I don't know. Like I said, it starts to become
I think that's cap.
the show for
as someone who's a Charlamagne the God fan, that's cap. So you being a hypocrite on that one. You're a Charlamagne the God. That's all he did when he started was was controversial. That's it. That's his whole game, was being controversial and having the most controversial, and it was saying the most ridiculous shit to people, getting beat up. So come on, bro, stop. And he's doing it light compared to what Charlamagne used to do. So what are we talking about? Charlotte was crazy for some of the shit he would say to people.
So I look at them differently.
Oh shit!
I wouldn't put Oprah in the same box as, and I feel like Shannon Sharpe is, especially, I mean, like where Charlamagne is now compared to where he once was, night and day. But I definitely don't put Shannon Sharpe in the same, because if I did,
but why is he in a box though? Why can't he be doing his own thing? Why does he have to fit into a box that you've already seen before? This is something you haven't seen before. It was entertaining when it first happened. Now it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I don't like it no more. Everybody's like, oh, I don't like it no more because it's
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Not you,
I'm
but other
saying
people.
that if he keeps doing this, he's gonna go down the path of a Wendy Williams and shit. Because
how much money?
Because it's gonna be the place that you come to.
How much money
for the mess instead of just really sit down and
how much money was Wendy Williams worth?
Oh, I don't know.
How much money? She was making a lot of money off that show. So
well, I'm sure she was.
Millions of dollars. I will do it. I'm sorry.
I get it. That's not my cup of tea.
Nah,
like that's
it'll be mine.
That's definitely not a direction that I would want to go down.
I do it.
But I get it. Hey, everybody has a price. It's just man, I don't know, because I have been watching Club Shay Shay since the beginning.
Sure.
And so to kind of see the switch in which it's taken, like for people who probably haven't started watching this until like Cat Williams went on there, then. But as somebody who's been watching it since the beginning,
but if the algorithm,
now I could kind of slowly see.
But the algorithm tells you what to do. If the algorithm says this is what makes you money, you're going to do what the algorithm says. That's happening. And so the algorithm says the numbers is up. I'm pretty sure whoever his people are like the numbers up with this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see people now, YouTubers changing the thumbnails because of the algorithm, right? So they'll change the thumbnails because of that with the algorithm, because they have AI that tells. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the algorithm like, hey, yeah, let's keep running it up. You're doing good. You're lovable. You know, and for everybody that don't like it, it's probably hella people that do. So it's like he can't get caught in the noise of like, oh, we hate it. It's like, well, how many people actually like it? So you can't please everybody. You just can't.
Oh no, for sure.
It sucks.
Sure.
It sucks sometimes.
Like I liked his Little Rail interview that he just had. That one was good.
Which one? Oh,
And
I didn't watch that one yet.
Little Rail. And most people probably won't because there was no drama there. So
Little Rail's not funny, but
and
Little Rail's
that's
funny
the
in
thing.
movies.
It's like I see him because you kind of see him trying to stir the pot now. Because even for the few of you who may watch that Little Rail interview, like he kept trying to stir the pot with comedians and what'd you think about what Kat said? It's like it's again, I've been watching this from the beginning. There's a few different subtlety of things that I'm noticing now, even with some of his questions, especially towards the comedians, towards certain things. Mm-hmm. And I really like how Little Rail like kept it. He just kept it like at bay, and he didn't feed into it. And I was just like, cause some of the stuff I'm like, Shannon, this ain't you, bro. I don't know. I kind of just see him. I don't know how to explain it. I know I've been watching him from the beginning, and seeing him now, it's like he's almost kind of like that's why I use the Wendy Williams analogy, because it's like now I'm starting to see you kind of purposely try to stir the pot with certain people when they come on. And Lil Rel, that's just not what he was on, and he even said it. There's one point in the interview. I'm gonna try and find it and try and insert it. There was one point in the interview where he was like, because he had asked him like 2 or 3 times, and he was just like, I'm not. He was like, I'm not gonna feed into that. I'm not. That's between Kat and them guys, and boo. And then Shay was like, all right, well, let's move on. And I'm just like, don't become that, Shay, man. Don't.
I'll have to watch it.
Don't, dude. You got you some hits. Don't become that personality. Like, I like Shannon the way that he is. Get out.
Or you like Shannon the way you thought he was.
Or however, how he originally started.
Yeah. So we don't know. But also, success and fame changes people, man. And especially when something's hot and you're the
absolutely.
He just won podcast of the year. So this is the most popular he's. I mean, you could say, oh, he was a popular football player. He was a tight end though. So this is the most popular he's probably ever been. He's American. He's like globally famous. You know what I'm saying? For that interview alone, like, London, like, you know what I'm saying? He can go other places now, and he's like, oh, Unc.
Yeah, everybody talks about that interview.
Yeah,
I was watching Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan was talking about that interview. Cat Williams is probably only on Joe Rogan because of that. Well,
yeah, because he ran up the numbers. He beat Joe Rogan, so it's almost like for sure. So, and Cat also shitted on Joe Rogan.
It helped out both sides.
Yeah, and Cat also shitted on all of Joe Rogan's comedians, our comedian partners, which is funny that he's chosen. Yeah, so. I mean, I don't think Joe Rogan's funny anyway, but. Yeah, he's not.
That's a whole nother conversation.
He's not.
But
name a comedy special you've seen. You be like, man, like, listen, bro, I watch a lot of.
Oh no, I'm not arguing for
Joe Rogan.
That he is.
Joe Rogan.
I was gonna say I didn't even know he was a comedian until
most people didn't.
I heard
Joe Rogan was on News Radio, which was a funny TV show from the fucking mid 2000s.
I only knew that fool from Fear Factor, and I didn't even know that was him until I think Naomi had pointed it out to me. She was like, "You watching the Fear Factor guy?" I was like,
"Yeah."
And I said, "No, I'm watching Joe Rogan." She was like, "That's the guy from Fear Factor."
I knew him from News Radio,
and he had hair at the time, like heck of hair at the time. So I was like, "This is the same." And I was like,
I knew him from News Radio, and then he became the Fear Factor dude, and then he became like a popular ass podcaster. But I never knew he was like.
UFC then podcast.
That's right.
I don't really even watch UFC like that, so I didn't even know that was him.
That's the only thing. Yeah, he was and he's like announcer. He's definitely gonna be Hall of Fame ringside announcer for sure. But yeah, that's it. But like comedy, I can't think of a joke, a moment where I'm like, man, he killed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Woo.
Yeah, I did not know that. I've never seen this stuff, but I've never looked into it either. So
You ain't missing nothing.
maybe that's something I'll do one day when I'm super bored. I'll look in the Joe Rogan comedy something.
You want to be even more bored?
Stupid. But yeah, man. So that's all we have for this week. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, checking out the show. Again, Select Star Radio across all social media, wherever you're at. We there
Oh,
too.
did you see that?
Facebook,
Hold on. You see
there.
that now it's Top Spin too? Or Top Spin? It's the tennis game.
Okay, that's what. Damn, wasn't that 2K?
Yeah, and it's 2K again. They announced 2K.
Wow,
Yeah,
nah, I didn't.
I'm in Top
My
Spin.
brain had to register. That used to be my game back in the day.
I'm in Top
Funny
Spin
enough,
too, y'all.
that was
Google
like
it.
the only game that Naomi and I like ever played together.
Oh, Top Spin was great.
She loved that.
I
game.
loved it too. That was one of. I think that was one of the first. I think that was one of the first games I worked on or tested on for sure, back in the day.
Now that I think about it, there isn't a tennis game.
Except for like
outside of Mario,
virtual tennis. Yeah, but other than that,
like they got tennis in no, that's table tennis in VR.
It's virtual tennis.
No, I think they got a table.
And
they do got a regular tennis.
Sega, whatever. But yeah, this will be like the first, I guess, current gen tennis game.
Yeah, there hasn't been a tennis game in a while.
Yep, Top Skin. It comes out April 26th. Top Skin.
Is there a cover athlete?
Looks like it's Federer. Excuse me. It looks like Federer. No, actually, it's nothing. No, it's a bunch of young people that I don't know. I forgot the black dude that's on here though. I forgot his name. But Serena's in it though.
And she should have been the cover athlete, so they missed out on that one.
They probably couldn't pay her enough. And I see Federer, and I don't know if Nadal's in it, but like
she's gonna sell your game. Put her on the cover.
Yeah, they got Serena Williams, they got Roger Federer. Oh, Francis Tiafoe is on the cover. That's who it is. But yeah, those are the 5 athletes, I guess. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, I don't wonder how he plays, but like, haven't had a tennis game in a while. A good one.
I wonder how tennis games do.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out.
Like, I wonder what was probably the best tennis game. I already know the answer to that. But aside from Wii, like a real tennis game, I don't want to shit on it. It wasn't, but
it wasn't.
Like, I wonder how tennis games do. Like, what's the highest money that a tennis game has brought in?
I don't care. I don't know if it matters.
I mean, I think that's probably why we don't see them that frequently anymore. Is because if there was an audience for it.
I mean, shit.
Because I used to. Top Spin, that was my.
No, Top Spin's tight.
That was my joint. And then Mario Tennis, because there ain't no other tennis game outside of Mario.
Yeah, and that was mid.
It was tennis though. I love tennis games. I'm
talking about the new ones for Switch.
Go out and. No, the one on the Switch. That one on the Switch is.
That's why I said it was mid. It was cool. It's like it wasn't what I want. It was like, eh.
It was decent.
Maybe go play pickleball.
That's tough.
Maybe get some pickleball.
So
pickleball.
Until next week's podcast, people.
Come on, we're gonna play pickleball.
Real quick, for you guys who don't know, for you guys to see the video version of the podcast, you can see it on Spotify or YouTube. Everything else is audio across the board. You can actually listen to, because YouTube has a podcast section, so we're under the podcast section. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff. So we appreciate it. We truly thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for the love on the new logo. We're going to continue to grow, continue to evolve. And if you guys, I promise you, take a picture, take a screenshot of yourself listening to the podcast. If you're watching it on your TV, take a picture of your TV of you watching it. at Select Start Radio,
Take it to your
and
phone.
we'll repost it.
Screenshot your phone.
Yeah, screenshot on your phone. We'll repost it. Show us that you're listening to it. We want to give you guys a shout out for being dedicated and listening and stuff like that. So take a screenshot, however you're listening to it or consuming it, and just at Select Start Radio or Hood or myself, preferably Select Start Radio because that gets to the both of us. But however you do it, just add us, post it, and add us, and we'll repost it. So we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Have an amazing weekend until the next podcast, until the next podcast, next show. We out of here.
Peace. So you gonna ignore me about the pickleball?
I am gonna.
Why you don't want to play pickleball?
That's a white man's sport.
What? So, wait.